What's up, everyone? My name is Stacey. This is Dr. Sean McEachern, and we're kicking off a podcast series that y'all get to tune into. So welcome to the first episode. What we're going to do today is just introduce ourselves and tell you what we're up to. So to kick things off, I'm going to introduce Sean to the best of my abilities, and then he'll fill in the gaps and vice versa. So here we have Dr. Sean McEachern, approximately 35 years of age, born in 1989, the same year as Taylor Swift. Sean wasn't always a doctor, believe it or not, but he is now. Some of his background includes Marine Corps, hoorah, coaching CrossFit for quite some time, decided to become a physical therapist because he was like, I want to know more than other people, and he does. And now he's been doing Jitsu for a while. He's a purple belt at present for now. And he's one of the owners of East Austin Jiu-Jitsu Parlor, which is one of the coolest places in the world.
For sure.
It's dope as hell. So yeah, Sean's background is extensive. He knows a lot of things. Super smart guy. It's fun to see him lock in on a topic because it's really dialed. But those are the basics. What else would you like to share, Sean?
I think the one big thing is Olympic lifting.
Oh yeah, he did that too.
Yeah, I was just saying bye to someone. We're currently at the gym recording. I competed in Olympic lifting for 5 or 6 years. Was decently competitive.
What was your best snatch?
Best snatch, 305.
Wow, almost the same as mine.
Same as your deadlift?
Actually, it's higher than my all-time best deadlift.
Yes.
By 5 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah, which provides a great opportunity for me to say that I once deadlifted 300 pounds at a body weight of approximately 130.
Pretty respected.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So best snatch 305. Best clean and jerk?
Best clean and jerk 365.
Wow. If you don't have context, that's like really good.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Pretty good.
Okay, so you did that for a while.
Yep. But I think you covered pretty much everything else. I think maybe just a little bit about sort of my interest in physical therapy, because I think that can venture off into multiple different things. Some people are like neuro specialists, some people are ortho specialists, some people are sports. But specifically, I'm a sports orthopedic physical therapist. I focus a lot on return to sports, return to play, return to performance because of my background in strength and conditioning. But I also look at movement a little bit different. I look at more sort of holistically. I kind of divide it up into two separate things: absorbing force and producing force. And that ties in nicely with like PRI, Postural Restoration Institute, their stuff that they talk about, or some like more kind of contemporary things like GOTA. I'm not super fan of GOTA, but I think that they have a lot of interesting things.
What is GOTA?
It's like greatest of all time action, or something like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's
kind of playing on GOAT.
It plays on GOAT, greatest of all time, and it's just basically looking at people move, and how some people are really good movers and they don't get injured, and how other people are really bad movers and they tend to get injured a little bit more. So that's kind of the background that I have and the way that I look at people's movement, the way that I treat, but it's mostly underlaid with strength and conditioning.
Great. Okay.
Stacey.
Well, wait. Some other quick points.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. You have been married for
5 years.
5 years. Married on Halloween.
Yeah.
You guys have a dog?
We have a dog and 2 cats.
A dog and 2 cats.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything else on the fun, other non-professional?
Skateboarded for a long time.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good skateboarder.
Are you?
Yeah. I can do some cool tricks though. Yeah.
You can?
I do. Yeah, some pretty cool tricks.
I didn't know. When's the last time you skateboarded?
a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
I try to do it pretty frequently.
I love that. It's good for your soul.
It is. It feels so good.
Oh, I love that.
I also played soccer.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. Anything else? Any other sports? Did you play football?
I did, but not for very long.
Okay.
I ran track.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I've kind of dabbled in a lot of different things.
Great. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Yeah, we can switch gears now. Now you can introduce me.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Stacey. I mean, what else do you have to say?
Here she is.
That's pretty much it.
Here she is.
She is the only other strength and conditioning coach here at Eastside Austin, or East Austin Jitsu Parlor, sorry.
That's not what we're called.
Yeah, well, we used to be called that.
that.
Other gym previously. She's the only other coach, and we were very selective of who we picked. We picked her because she's a very good coach. She's very knowledgeable. She has a background in CrossFit. She was also, I think, the same CrossFit Level 3.
Yeah.
She does a lot of privates that are kind of similar to physical therapy stuff. She really focuses on perinatal, so around, pre, during, and after pregnancy. But she does a really good job of looking at people where they're at and looking at where they want to be and looking at the things that they're missing and figuring out a plan to get them there, which is very similar to physical therapy. And that was one of the reasons that we picked her here. But I think that's been our main focus for a really long time, is strength and conditioning for perinatal. And I think with that comes the whole biopsychosocial model, which is huge, trying to get people motivated and trying to get people engaged in their body and get them familiar with their body, specifically women that are pregnant. I think that's a great section of people to focus on, because it's a very underserved population. I think a lot of women feel that they're frail and that they shouldn't work out, and they're very afraid because there's another human being inside of them that's developing. So I think she does a really, really good job at that. You have your associates.
Yes, in health and exercise science.
And
I owned a gym for a while.
that's right.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I own a gym in Reno, Nevada.
It was a CrossFit gym.
Called Wolf Valley Performance. We had a good time.
So you've been coaching for a really long time.
Yeah, I've been coaching for nearly 15 years.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, I started when I was 21. I'm 35 now.
It shows.
Thank you. Yeah, similar amount of time for you. Yeah, we both been coaching for quite some time in the strength and conditioning world for 20 years.
Yeah.
Because I've been lifting since I was 14.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Super cool.
Yeah, similar to me. 20 years. I started when I was like 16.
Yeah. I saw that somewhere for you where it said like in strength and conditioning for 20 years. And I was like, dang, me too.
It's weird to think about.
It's weird. Yeah.
Damn, it's been 20
Okay,
years.
great.
What else? What did I miss?
Let's see. No, I love that you touched on the biosocial because that is huge, especially in perinatal, during pregnancy and postpartum, and just in general. I think you do a great job of this too. I think something that's a really high priority for both of us is assessing what the individual values and what their goals are and what they want their life to look like and what will actually support them and what they want for themselves and helping them make a path to get there. It can be easy in the world of training and fitness or physical therapy to kind of project your own idea of what you think they should want onto them. And I think it's a shared value of both of ours to help let the values of the individual guide the ship.
I think that's what makes a good coach.
I agree.
Is you take the things that you know and then you guide the person wherever they want to go. But you're literally just a guide. It's not like, hey, this is my show. I know the things. You're going to do exactly what I say. It's like, no, I'm here for you.
Right. These are the tools that I have in my toolkit, and how can they support what you want for yourself? Cool. Great. No, I think that about covers it. So I'm assuming a lot of the people watching this probably already know a little bit about East Austin Jiu-Jitsu Parlor. But you want to tell them a little bit about the gym, where it came from?
Yeah. So I went to Texas State for my undergrad, and I was doing CrossFit. I was competing in CrossFit, competing in Olympic lifting, and sort of dabbling in jiu-jitsu. I was coaching at a gym in Kyle and didn't really like the gym. Vibe was kind of weird, but it suited its purpose. I was getting some coaching time, and I got introduced to Eastside Austin Elite, which is now closed. But one of the coaches that I was coaching with, she started to train at that gym, and she invited me to go, and so I went. I trained there, and they invited me to coach.
Cool.
And that was how I met some of the other owners. Vince, Zane, Bill. I met them all there. This was back in 2015. And I was doing a little bit of jiu-jitsu. Most of the other guys were primarily doing jiu-jitsu. And then that gym ended up closing down because the owner had cancer. He's alive. And it kind of ties into the story of the owner. We all went our separate ways. I went to PT school, lived in California. Everybody kind of moved away from Austin for a little bit. And then we all started kind of trickling back into Austin, and we decided to open up a gym. And we had all loved the vibe of that other gym and really wanted to reinstate something like that, because I think that was missing in Austin at the time. Jiu-jitsu is really massive in Austin. It's one of the biggest places for jiu-jitsu in the world. And that changes the culture a little bit. You get a lot of people that are really good at stuff, but they're really young, and they act like it. And so it just changes the environment. It's not very welcoming for people like me. I'm not a professional. I love jiu-jitsu, but I don't want to scrap all the time. Love a good scrap, but I don't want to get injured. I got a day job. And there's a lot of other people that are like that. And so we wanted to open a place that was really, really technical, very high level, but welcoming and inclusive to everybody. We don't care who you are, what you do. You can train here and you can have fun. So we opened a spot on the east side, East Austin Jiu-Jitsu Parlor, and the owner of the entire building is the owner of the old gym that we used to coach at.
Full circle moment.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. We've been open for a little over a year now, and things are going great.
They really are. You guys are crushing it. They've done a great job. They've created really solid culture. Nailed it with everything they've been going for. So if you're unfamiliar, the facility's dope. Showers, sauna, strength conditioning area. The mat space is upstairs. We have beer, cold brew, and carbonated Gatorade on tap. And there's a, what do you call it, an arcade machine that has every game you can imagine.
Yep.
And Sean's PT office as
and
well.
Also my PT,
So we've got physical therapy, we got strength conditioning, jiu-jitsu, the gambit. It's great.
Yep.
So what we're doing with this podcast project is Sean and I are meeting regularly to do some continuing education for me, so I can continue to keep my skills sharp.
For me too.
And that Sean can stay sharp. We're going to learn together. I'm going to learn from Sean, and we figured that we would put it out for y'all to learn from us if you wanted to. So feel free to follow along. If y'all have questions, holla. I usually say holla at your girl, but you're a boy. Holla at us doesn't really land.
Yeah, well, they're going to be mostly hollering at you.
That's true.
And then you're going to holler at me, so you can say holler at your girl.
Holla at your girl.
It's all going to go to you.
That's true. Holla at your girl. There's specific stuff that you want to learn about, but that's what we're up to.
I think the general theme is going to be like base level exercise physiology. That's kind of the theme. Me and Stacey talked, and I was just kind of asking about what she wanted to learn, and she was interested in PRI.
Yeah.
In the Postural Restoration Institute and kind of the things that I talked about earlier. But I think in order to understand that and understand why it's important and why it matters, you have to have a foundation. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they get attached to these different things out there that's like, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. But it's not rooted in a base foundation of knowledge, so it can be a little confusing.
Yeah.
So to clear up some of that confusion, we're going to start from the very beginning. I think the general theme, this is probably going to change, but I think the general theme is working on physiology, specifically exercise physiology, and then we're probably going to go to anatomy, which might be kind of boring, but I think we're going to make it more entertaining because it'll be like functional anatomy. What does this thing do? Where does it live? Why is it important to understand where it attaches and what chain it belongs to? And then that leads nicely into PRI, because PRI is mostly focused on posture and restoring posture, but we're not just thinking about like my posture here. We're thinking about more of like a dynamic posture. How do I move about the day? How do I take steps? How do I breathe? How do I reach for things? How do I stand? What does my general movement look like? What are my general movement strategies when I go to pick something up, when I go to deadlift? And more specifically, it's talking about the asymmetry. Am I loading one hip more than the other? Am I loading one shoulder more than the other when they should be evenly loaded? Or it's more just looking at like global movement strategies and zoning in on those. So we're going to start pretty broad physiology and then kind of zone into this PRI thing.
Cool.
And I think really it just helps me to solidify a lot of this stuff.
It's great for me. Cool. I love that. I love that explanation of it, kind of giving them a roadmap. Let's see here. What would you say to someone who's hearing that and they're like, oh my gosh, like my posture, the way that I reach for things, and the way that I move is a problem?
Yeah, I think in general, if you don't have any pain, it's okay. You can kind of move however you want. There's a million different movement strategies, and this is what I was saying about Goda and functional patterns. They hold on to this ideal movement pattern, but you know, if you look across time and if you look at people and the way that they've moved, it's been generally the same, but lots of people have weird movement patterns and they're fine. They're not tearing their ACL and they're totally fine. So I think there's a lot of nuance to it. There is a perfect zone, and we want to try to live in that zone as much as we can, but if you stray from that zone, it's okay. However, when you start to have issues, you start to have pain, maybe you're stronger in one side, maybe you can't do the things that you want to do, you're having a hard time running, you're having a hard time deadlifting, and you feel like, man, my hip just hurts every time I deadlift, every time I squat. This is when this matters.
Right.
Neck pain, jaw pain, it gets pretty deep, especially with PRI. They talk a lot about like teeth and the upper palate and weird stuff like that. So this goes really, really deep. But again, I think it just, you know, kind of taking it with a grain of salt and putting it in where it fits nicely into the toolbox. This isn't the only pair of glasses that I wear all the time. This is just a tool that I have in my toolbox. Sometimes I get patients and they're like, my shoulder hurts. Look at their shoulder, nothing. All my special tests, nothing picks up. I look at their thoracic spine, don't really see much. But when I look at the combination of how their pelvis and their thoracic spine move together or don't move together, we fix that, and then their shoulder pain clears up. It's pretty magical. And so I think in hard cases, that's typically where I draw out this PRI. A lot of times it's an easy fix. Got shoulder pain, just hit the low-hanging fruit, missing internal rotation, it clears up. But sometimes it doesn't work. So this is where the PRI thing comes into play. So it's not that serious, but I think for a lot of people who have chronic pain and it's really hard to fix, this is the thing that you're searching for.
Can be very impactful.
Yeah, very, very impactful.
Beautiful. All right. Sounds great. So when I do the femSTRONG podcast, I always wrap things up with a couple of the same questions, and I think it'd be fun if you answer them.
Sure.
So the first one is, and I didn't warn him about this, so Sean doesn't know what's coming. Sean, can you please tell us about an experience you had or a time in your life that was particularly empowering for you?
Empowering? Okay, I've got a couple. I've lived a long life.
A long
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
But it's been fun.
In other times of history, we'd be at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
We'd have maxed it out.
Yeah. I feel like I've kind of maxed my life out.
Yeah, me too. I feel I like how we've filled our time so far.
Yeah. But I think
Both of our stories.
one of the most empowering, and I think this is kind of one of the first impactful things in my life. I was in the Marine Corps, and one of our team leaders had just been fired.
Oof.
I don't remember what he got fired for, but it was in front of everybody. We were in formation, he did something terribly wrong, and...
Was he fired like from the Marine Corps, or
No.
he was just fired from his position?
Just fired from his position as team leader.
Okay.
And so when you're a team leader, you have a fire team. You got 5 guys, and you're in charge of them. They have to be on time, their rooms have to be clean, they have to know all of the stuff that they need to know. Their performance is directly related to you.
Yeah.
So he got fired, and I was relatively new to the unit that I was at, and the staff sergeant that was in charge of all of us, he was a section leader, he was like, you know what, we're going to try something new. We're not going to do the senior guys as team leaders anymore. He's like, who wants to be a team leader? No one raised their hand. And I was like, this is my time. I raised my hand. And I think I had been there for maybe a month, maybe 2 months, but it wasn't much longer than that.
And everyone was like the new guy.
Yeah, raised my hand, and he was like, all right, McEachern, let's try it. So I became team leader, and then I just stayed team leader, became squad leader. So taking that risk of like being embarrassed, because in my head, I thought like he was gonna laugh at me. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
You're so new, you don't know anything,
Mm-hmm.
and you suck. That's generally how you're treated as a new person in the Marine Corps. So I thought by raising my hand, like I was gonna get shot down immediately, but it was the opposite.
Interesting.
Made me a team leader, and I took the job seriously, and I was pretty successful at it.
Yeah.
And I think that was really impactful. Like, just jump, take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have all these thoughts in your head that's like, don't do it, you suck, you can't do it, now's not your time. Like, the door is open. You gotta go through it. You have to take that step. Even though you don't know what's on the other side, just pull yourself through the door. And so I've been kind of doing that ever since then. Just anytime I see a door, I'm like, that's me.
Let's go.
I'm doing it.
I love that. I think that's a lot how I've kind of done things too, is I just kind of jump.
I can tell.
You. Better word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good way to, I mean, I would rather like overturn the stones.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
Like I'd rather
For
just
sure.
know. And
Yeah.
if it's not, like if it doesn't go well, like okay,
Tried.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a crack.
Yeah, I don't want to look back at my life and be like, man, I should have done that.
Yeah.
I did that a couple times when I was younger, and I told myself I was never going to do that again, and I think I really held myself to that.
That's great. All right, you said there's a couple. Was there another one you wanted to share?
Yeah, there's
numerous ones.
yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, opening the gym, that was a big one. I was pretty hesitant. How am I going to make money?
Yeah.
Is this going to work?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you hear the thing, new businesses don't make money for the first 5 years, and I mean, my wife is in nursing school right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we have basically our entire relationship for 11 years have been trading back and forth. She'll work, I'll be doing something, not working, I'll get a job, she'll go and do something, go to school, take some time off, and we've just gone back. We've almost never worked at the same time.
Yeah.
And so she was going to nursing school, so it's like,
It's my turn to be working.
yeah, step up, buddy, pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was pretty scary because I had a good job, I was making money.
Mm-hmm.
And so taking that jump, but I felt comfortable with the group that I was in, and Bill, and you know.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all crush. It's been well executed.
Very.
Well executed. Okay, fabulous. All right, the last question. Do you have a mantra? If so, what is it? Tell the truth, Sean.
Yeah. So I am pretty self-deprecating. I think this is pretty typical for most males.
Yeah, I think so.
And you know, I think for good reason. I think this is kind of a humble brag, and so this is why exactly my mantra is what it is.
Okay.
I take a lot of chances, and I've been relatively successful. I would like to think a lot of it has to do with my mentality and my effort and my attitude. But I realized that also a lot of it is just purely genetic, right spot, all the other things that yes, I have a lot of things going for me, and I realize that. So I've succeeded at a lot of things. This is a very humble brag, not so humble.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I would rather, a thing that I said once that I'm going to keep saying is, I would rather hear you brag than hear you complain.
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather be around people who are excited.
So I expect a lot out of myself.
Okay.
And a lot of times my mantra is, you suck.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
such a boy mantra.
I know. But it fires me up.
Yeah.
Because I know that I don't really suck.
Right. It lights the fire that you're like, prove it wrong.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so I have to sort of...
Well, for you it's working because you're like, then you counter it and you're looking for all the ways you don't suck.
100%.
Because it leads you into, no, here's why I don't.
I am proving myself wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, the closest people in my life, those are the only people that I pay attention to. I have lots and lots of people that tell me that I shouldn't be doing it and that I'm not good, and I don't really pay attention to those people. It doesn't really faze me at all because I don't know them.
Yeah.
And I don't care what your opinion is.
Yeah.
But the people that are close to me, they always give me compliments. And so that sometimes is a negative because I start to believe it.
Oh no.
But then it starts to develop an ego, so I think my mantra helps me counteract this ego. I don't actually believe that I suck, but sometimes in moments it's like, hey,
wake up.
Like stop. Like you have all these things going for you, do it. Wake up. Do the thing that you're trying to do. And then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's my mantra, it's just you suck. I tell myself all the time.
How often? Like how many times a day would you say?
It's probably once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do something and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, yeah, you suck. I'm like, okay.
No, fuck you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Gotta do it now.
Okay. Fabulous. Great.
What's your mantra? Life is beautiful, I'm great. Something like that.
Well, one of them,
I think it's very flowery and
I have a
positive.
handful. I got a few.
Okay.
One of them is, along that line, is the world is filled with incredible people doing incredible things, and I am one of them. And that one encourages me to like continue looking for the people doing incredible things. You know, it's true. There are a lot of really incredible people who are smart and passionate and want to make a difference and want their time to be spent positively impacting the world. And it can be easy sometimes to forget that and to kind of feel like you're, you know, around people who are maybe feeling hopeless or negative, and that doesn't have to be the norm. So it helps me look for the people who are moving about the world in that way, and it holds me accountable to move about the world in that way.
Yeah.
That, yeah, it can be tempting to get complacent as you get tired, you get sleepy.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. Let's see here. The one I always come back to that I end up sharing a lot, which I guess it hasn't been the common one for me lately, but my mom said to me growing up, you can do hard things. And it was usually in a context when I really wanted her to like just do it for me or like fix it. And she's like, oh, I know, honey.
Dude, that's a good one for kids. You can do hard things. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. She's like, I know it's hard, but you can do hard things.
Yeah, that is really good.
So that was great.
I do have another one.
Okay.
This one is more positive.
Okay.
And this one's also...
Is it flowery?
It kind of, a little bit. I was born in Vegas, lived in Vegas till I was 7, and my parents got divorced when I was 7. And I saw my dad crying, and I was so confused because my dad, you know, he's my hero. He doesn't ever cry.
Yeah, he's got it all figured out.
Yeah. So I'm crying. I had no idea what was going on. We literally just had a U-Haul. Everything was packed in the U-Haul, and we were leaving. We were going to San Antonio. And I was like, what is happening? I've never been to San Antonio. Who's in San Antonio? Why are we going? And my dad was crying, and you know, he was talking to me, and he was trying to console me, and he was like, look, man, was like, you know, we may not understand it right now, but everything happens for a reason. And I was like, dang. And then the older that I got, he just kept telling me that all the time. I would see him once a year during the summer, and he would always just tell me, like, look, man, things are hard and things maybe not going your way. It's like, but everything happens for a reason. And I think that has just, that is my base for operating.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter, good things, bad things, because I know that they all turn into positive things.
I love that. It is so important to, like, whether you believe that to be true or not, or like everything happens for a reason, choosing to believe that and operating from that mindset gives you so much just like peace and faith. I think having the faith that things are happening to culminate in something good is hugely helpful and allows you to like maintain some clarity of mind to stay like hopeful. It maintains hope. Wow. Beautiful. All right. Well, I think that wraps it.
Cool.
If y'all are still with us, thanks for hanging for the esoteric portion of the chat. We're really excited to get this stuff out to you guys. Keep an eye out for more ways to train with us over the coming months. If you are in Austin, we're in East Austin at East Austin Jiu-Jitsu Parlor, corner of Springdale and Airport. It's a dope time.
Free week.
You get a free week. Come try it out. Fundamentals classes for Jiu-Jitsu are Tuesday, Thursday nights at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 10 a.m., and then you can lift with us at 7 a.m., noon, or 6 p.m., 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Holla at your girl. All right, good work.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't recording. Just kidding. All right, I think we did it.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's see if these